Why was Thor unworthy to wield the hammer? If we go all the way back to Thor 1, we see his banishment and he could not lift up Mjolnir. Thor was in an arrogant phase. He thought he was going to be king, and he tried to start a war with the frost giants using the hammer. So Odin, who was once the god of war himself, understood this is not how it should be used. He took away most of Thor's power and banished Thor to Earth, and he put a new enchantment on the hammer. Odin spoke into it that the powers of Thor will only be returned if you're worthy, and that other people who were worthy of it would also get Thor's power. Odin's spell and enchantment was so sophisticated that it reads the heart and mind of Thor when he tries to pick it up. At any given moment when Thor tries to wield the hammer, would he use it for chaos? Would he use it for starting fights? Or would he only use it to create peace and end wars? The spell mandates that you use it at that moment with a humble heart to create peace. That's why in the first Avengers movie, Hulk can't lift it up, even though Bruce Banner and Hulk are good ultimately. At this moment, they were full of chaos, and they would have only used the hammer for destruction and death. Couldn't lift it up. Not worthy. And in Age of Ultron, Thor watched many people try to pick up the hammer, but they were using it for the wrong reasons. To show off, to prove a point, to be silly. The hammer's not going to respond to that. But of course, Steve Rogers could pick up the hammer because in his heart was peace and justice. He would only use it for the right reasons, and in this moment, he didn't want to shame Thor, he wanted to show the truth. And some people think Steve Rogers couldn't pick up the hammer until Endgame because he lied to Tony Stark about the death of Tony's parents. But my theory is that Steve could always pick up the hammer, and his lie to Tony, he was trying to create something good. He was trying to protect Tony, he just did the wrong thing, but his heart was still in the right place. He could always be worthy of the hammer.